Hello everyone, my name is Melanie Garcia and this is my pedagogy and method research. My topic is multicultural education. So what is multicultural education? Multicultural education is a strategy used by educators to reform their classrooms to become more inclusive and provide equitable educational opportunities for all students. The goal of multicultural education is to reflect the diversity within students, staff, and the community. It accepts and promotes diversity through the inclusion of ethnicity, race, religion, language, gender, and socioeconomic status. This is a quick explanation of multicultural education. As mentioned in Blankets and Buddhist, multicultural education is a reform movement taking place in our education system to ensure that all students are receiving equitable educational opportunities. It also transforms the way we think about teaching and learning. Multicultural education rejects any form of discrimination and racism in its schools and curriculum and focuses on providing students with effective and authentic learning about their culture and the cultures of others. So what would this look like in a classroom? Multicultural education can look a variety of ways in the classroom depending on demographics and the grade level as well. There are things that both the teacher and students can do to promote diversity within the classroom. As Black Ants and Buddhist highlights, we want to teach students about the world in a way that engages and empowers young students. For example, the 50 States Project allowed students to learn about our states using hands-on exploring and authentic materials that people from across the country would send. This encourages students to make connections to their own experiences and further a student's understanding of the content, but to enhance their creativity and critical thinking as well. For a better understanding of how it might look like in the classroom, these are some examples that either the teacher, administration, or students can do to promote multiculturalism in the classroom. For example, the teacher is aware and recognizes students' cultures and beliefs. The school may host cultural festivals where students can represent and teach others about their culture, allowing students to share their knowledge about a topic, allowing students to share about their experiences, and being aware of your own biases and how it can affect your instruction and students. Other examples of multiculturalism in the classroom include providing and utilizing books that are diverse, whether that's through religion, race, gender, or language. A great example of this would be mirror and window books in your classroom library. Creating a safe space where everyone feels welcome, and classroom activities that are inclusive and allows everyone to learn and participate as well, such as the 50 States Project. So far we've talked about what multicultural education is, a quick explanation, and then some examples of what it may look like in the classroom. But now we're going to talk about why it's important. Why should we, as future educators, include multiculturalism in our instruction and classroom environment? Some reasons may be that it allows students to feel represented and seen. Students are able to connect to the content that they're being taught and create connections with other classmates or experiences, which overall enhances how effective your instruction is. It values diversity in all aspects and helps students become more open-minded and accepting of others. Students also learn more about their personal background and that of others. It gives power and voice to students. It affects the interactions between students, teachers, and the rest of the community in a positive way. It challenges and rejects racism and discrimination, and overall creates a sense of belonging in your classroom. Now, to gather a deeper understanding of multicultural education and how it can impact our students and instruction, I began to research more about the specific topic and how pre-service teachers are implementing the strategy in their instruction. So, as we know, the demographics of our country are constantly changing due to various factors. So this means that the demographics within our school are also changing. And as culturally responsive teachers who utilize multicultural strategies, there are ways to adapt to the constant change within our classrooms and create a space that is welcoming to everyone. In the journal Multicultural Education, Teachers' Perceptions and Preparation, it highlights the frameworks and perceptions of multicultural education. It mentions the roots of multicultural education reform that started during the civil rights movement and how people demanded that children should have an equal opportunity for education regardless of the social class, race, gender, and language. It mentioned the importance of giving power and voice to minorities so that the white history will no longer be the only history that is talked about. It also mentioned the names of scholars who built the foundation of early multicultural education that you can see at the bottom of the screen. Now, there are some specifics that I wanted to include in my presentation from my research, and that is that there are 4 approaches to multicultural education. There's contributions, additives, transformative, and social action. Contributions emphasizes the contributions of minorities to society and typically has hero stories of minorities added into the curriculum. Some examples of that may be like Rosa Parks and Martin Luther King. Additives is different ethnicities and heritages are addressed in the curriculum, but no significant changes are made. The transformative approach is exactly what it sounds like. It demands change to the internal structure of the curriculum to be more inclusive. And social action teaches students critical thinking and decision-making skills and prepares them to initiate and support social change. Although many educators support multicultural education, there are some critics. In multicultural education, teachers' perceptions and preparation, it emphasizes the concerns that come with implementing multicultural education in the classroom. For example, due to the various approaches, some of these approaches fail to address the inequality and discrimination that students may encounter in and outside of school. Therefore, not being able to evolve their voice or gain critical thinking skills in order to challenge discrimination and inequalities in society. Other points may be that not all teachers are fully knowledgeable or lack the practice in how to effectively integrate multiculturalism and its values into the curriculum, causing students to only receive a fragment of its benefits. It may also reinforce stereotypes and misconceptions if not addressed adequately. The feeling of alienation and division may occur between students, staff, or the community. Also, parents or administration may not agree with the implementation of other cultures in the curriculum. So now that we both have an understanding of what multicultural education is, how does that fall into my personal pedagogy of instruction? Now, although my focus is on bilingual education, my priority will always be the well-being of my students. My teaching philosophy centers on the student specifically. That's focusing on providing a classroom that is a safe space to voice opinions and ideas. I will be a mentor who focuses on the learning of all children and provides equitable opportunities for everyone to succeed through the implementation of authentic experiences and materials, along with the inclusion of culturally responsive teaching. Students learn best when they can create connections to the content in which they are learning, so providing them with the opportunity to relate what is going on in the classroom to their personal lives is key. Just as I have built my pedagogy from personal experience, I hope to provide my students with the knowledge and opportunities to succeed in such a diverse world through real-life experiences as well. My purpose is to give students the tools to create opportunities in which they can enhance their learning and the learning of their classmates. Multicultural education will allow me, the teacher, to converse with students about topics that might be difficult or uncomfortable and guide them through that process to eventually help them create their own perspectives and opinions. Now, the more students learn about how diverse our world is, not only helps them acquire richer education, but it helps them become more accepting and empathetic towards others. Thank you for watching my presentation. I hope you have a better and clearer understanding of what multicultural education is, its benefits, and how it can look like in your classroom.